Hello, my dear friends, it's Josie, and welcome to my studio. I'm so happy you are here. And today I want to do this video and to talk about some of the questions that I've been receiving for the last couple of days, especially, so many questions about technology and 5G. My friends, very close friends, reached out to me asking, Josie, what do we need to know? There are dangers around this 5G technology that is being implemented everywhere in the world. Is this a conspiracy? Is this dangerous to our health? Is this dangerous to our future? What do we need to know? And yesterday I went for a long walk, and I was talking to my angels. And angels are the source of information for me. Everything I teach comes from angels, and I have been communicating with angels since 2012, just here on social media and also in all of the stuff that I do. I trust angels. I trust the information that has been coming from me. Through me was always serving people I connect with, the world, my videos, everything else. So they are my trusted resources. And I wanted to understand the situation myself so I can share with you the information that I receive personally. Wherever you are, whatever your own perception is and how you view the world, I want to offer you just a suggestion. Now, the information I want to share with you in this video is there for you to make your own decision about you, about your own future, because ultimately this is about you, this is about your own life experience. And there are good news based on angels, based on the information that came through from them. There are good things about the 5G technology, and there are bad things about 5G technology as well. And I want to cover as much as I can in this video to give you guys clarity and to give you the ground to make your own decisions. As I said, your future is your own decision. Your future is your own making. Your future is your own creation. So what angels are saying is that we are now moving into the age of technology. The age of technology is what is unfolding. You can't stop this. You and I, we have no capacity of stopping it because these are the forces. The earth right now has this tremendous energetic overload. The earth experiences great changes. We're so tiny to understand whatever is happening on the global level. We can just look at the world through our own eyes and what we hear from the sources of social media, of television, news, and all of that. That's how we perceive the world. We have no idea what's happening on the cosmic level. So it is so essential that for the earth to move into higher frequencies, we are moving into higher frequencies. So 5G it's kind of like unavoidable situation that we will all have to experience. And what angels explain in a very simplistic way, because I'm not a technology person, so they have to speak to me like I'm a 10-year-old child. So what we're going through right now, we're taking baby steps. And 5G is, on a cosmic level, it's also very primitive technology. So we are still a very new, very immature infant planet. And we are taking these baby steps to move ourselves into the future. So 5G is really the beginning. And then we'll have the higher and higher technology. Development of technology is the future. So for some people, this means adaptation. For some people, it means really experiencing physical symptoms, experiencing toxicity, and experiencing all kinds of unpleasant symptoms. That is true. And why these things are happening is because your body is not adjusting to the changes. Even 100 years ago, we lived in a world where we had no air travel. We had, horses were driving, well, maybe 150, 200 years ago. Just 200 years ago. There was no technology as we know it right now. So you can imagine the world is shifting really, really fast. And for us to stop the process, we can't do it. And if you hear the news, yesterday I spoke about, David Icke and his view of the world and all the conspiracy stuff that's happening. And what angels, and I asked angels specifically, help me to understand, is this an evil plan? Is this some kind of, the world is dominated by evil, some mastermind, a group of people who are just pulling the strings, performing all these outrageous actions to control the world. So what angels want you to understand is that there is equal amount of good as it is evil. So there's always 50-50. You can't stop evil and you can't stop good. You have to find a way to balance the two. So if there is evil in the world, that's where our focus is right now, on the evil part of whatever is happening, because that's where we are in our own consciousness. There is equal amount of good. Good cannot exist without the evil. That's how angels explain it. Please understand it. We live in this world. This is duality. The equal amount of evil and equal amount of good, it's always like this. So it's all about where is your focus, where you choose to put your attention on. And right now, remember, Earth is always, it's about keeping the balance, not going too into, the evil and, negative aspects, and also not to becoming purely, heaven, place where just nothing's happening. People are so at peace and there is no action. There's always dynamic interaction between these two polarities. So 5G is an opportunity and it's unavoidable. We are moving forward. So your body, the way for you to adjust to frequencies, and it is agreed on a higher level. So on the cosmic level, there are people, they're not people, they are beings. Some of them, lived here. Some of them have been, in touch with humanity for a long time. So it's agreed. There is agreement. It's not random. These things are not happening out of the blue. Some people just controlling the world. You can't quite do this. It's much more complex than that. So there is an agreement that based on to help the earth to move into a new dimension and also give people enough energy, to give people enough momentum to make these quantum leaps, to change their bodies, because angels want you to know that human beings must evolve. Ascension, we were talking about ascension. What is an ascension? Ascension is not just you're going to be all high and spiritual and then you'll be just wishing everybody love and light and all the blessings. Ascension means you have to keep up with the changes that are happening, whether you're aware of it or not. It means that your body as a system, your body is operating on different frequencies. And what angels are saying, that people will be affected by the 5G technology, for sure. And people who are vibrating on lower frequencies, people who are not changing, people who are not doing whatever is necessary to adjust to these upcoming changes, people who resist, people who dwell on negativity, just like they're trapped in their own negative mindset, and it's like poison. Negative mindset is a poison. So if you want to just move into another dimension, into the new, this ascension process, you have to, within yourself, become available for the universe to take you through it without resistance. If you're resistant, if you are just, negative, if you put so much emphasis on what's not working and fear is dominating for you right now, you're lowering your vibration. And that's how you can get affected by these the introduction of the new technology. So low frequency, individuals who are dwelling on lower frequencies, they will be affected. For most people, your ability to adjust, your body will adjust to 5G. That's what angels are saying. And your body will adjust to 6G, but it will take time. You have about now 10 years to adjust to these new frequencies. It's not happening overnight. So it's kind of strategically planned out for you to really experience the changes, every step of the way. And Earth needs strong human beings. Earth needs conscious human beings. People who are creative in their thinking, people who are energetic, who don't take energy, people who share energy, people who generate powerful energy within themselves. So what's happening right now in the world is you see these changes now in this time, everything becomes translucent. You can see through. It's not the same world anymore. What was hidden becomes obvious. What was secret now becomes the front page news. This is kind of the world that we're living. So my friend, I remember this one scene from Princess Bride, one of my favorite movies. If you've seen this movie, Princess Bride, there is this scene where Wesley, who is the main character, challenges one of the criminals to drink poison. Wesley is this, adventurous man who has spent some time on the pirate ship, really living with pirates, learning the hard lessons of life. And now he's out there looking for his princess, looking for his love. And in order to save his princess, he has to overcome a lot of these challenges. And one of the challenges is to face this one criminal who was very intellectual, who was very logical, someone who knew every word in the book, someone who can give you all kinds of reasons why things should be this way and why things should be that way. So Wesley challenged him to drink the poison. There were 2 cups, and he introduced, to this guy, he's like, come on over. So if you're so smart, let's do this challenge. I'll have my cup here and you have your cup. Then you decide which one of these 2 cups has poison in it. And then we drink and one of us will die. So the guy goes into this whole thing, okay, that's how it's arranged. You have poison in your cup, so it means that we have to switch the cups. So he goes through all these actions, and then he ends up choosing the cup, he drinks it, and he dies. And then what happens? Giant asks Wesley, how did this happen that this smart guy chose the poisonous cup? And then Wesley said, you know what? Both of these cups had poison. I put poison in both of these cups. But what happened was I developed immunity to this poison. When I was living with pirates, when I was challenged, I trained my body to get used to the poison. And now it doesn't hurt me anymore. It doesn't affect me anymore. So this scene came through today. What is happening now with technology? And now most of us are in the position where we are afraid. We don't know how this new process is going to affect us. But what will help you is to develop immunity to it. That's the way for you to really move into a new future. This is the way for you to get stronger. Your immune system, think about just your immune system. If you want to stay healthy, if you want to develop, stronger body and deal with these new energies, you need a stronger immune system, developing stronger immune system, which means that you need to resonate at a different frequency. lower frequency, these frequencies are toxic too. These lower frequencies are eating your body on the inside as well. Now that's the toxic pain of the past. That's all of the negativity and thinking and hopelessness and inability to manage your situations. It's fear, it's overthinking, it's anxiety, it's this kind of way of thinking. It's about me, it's about competition. Now these kinds of low frequency emotions are damaging and they are toxic just as well. So if you want to build stronger immune system, you need to raise your frequency. You need to dwell on energies of acceptance. Accept it is what it is. Second, remove all identity. If it's possible for you, even just in your meditations, in your spiritual or even just human practices, understand that the more identity you have in this world, I'm Josie, I'm teacher, I'm this, I'm that, and then I'm playing so many different roles and I'm identifying myself with all of these roles. If you take one role away from me, I don't have an identity. I feel like I am lost. So at the end of the day, I'm just a woman. I'm a human female. That's who I am. And less identity, more energy in your body. This has to be done on a very consistent level. When you are not identifying yourself with your past or your future, you're here and now to the lowest common denominator. What are you? You are a human being living in a human world. When you begin to see this way, the manipulation of the mind is not going to affect you because it's all mental. If there are forces right now who are strongly, you see them, they're negative, it's because the world is negative, because that's where we are focusing on, because that's what we see right now. It's almost like the veil lifted and now we're like, oh wow, there's so much evil in this world. Well, before that, we were not looking at it. Now we're seeing it. It was there all along. So understand that throughout all times, these energies have not changed one bit. They're negative, they're evil, what you call negative forces. They exist just as much as good exists, just as much as we have supportive teams of people, of higher beings, of wise beings, of angels. So it's all the equal balance. So if you really want to avoid all of these toxic manipulations on the side of conspiracy theories and all of the elite family and then all of the things that you hear from the news, and now you're facing with so many facts and so much truth about what's going on. So remember that whatever manipulations, if they're happening, they're always happening on the level of the mind. Okay? They're happening on the level of the mind. That's the only way the negative energy can manipulate you, is through your mind. That's it. Your thinking, that's the most important thing. If they can control your thinking, they can control you. So how you can move into the new future? You have these gifts. You have the gift of intuition. You have the gift of perception. That's in you. Nobody in this world or anywhere in the universe can manipulate these senses because they're the qualities of your soul. So they cannot be manipulated, but they can be suppressed. They can be blocked. And if there's any evil plan, the first thing they will do is to suppress your intuition, suppress your heart energy, to close your heart through fear. If you are fearful, if you are afraid, you suppress all of your psychic perception, all of your telepathy. That's your supernatural gift. In the new world, people will communicate telepathically. It's hard for us to understand because we're not there yet. But we will be. This is where we're going. And then maybe you and I will see the times when we learn these skills of telepathic communication. I teach this, I've been teaching this for a while. So I know that these things are our future. So it's about you finding that path towards opening your heart. Opening your heart. The moment you open your heart and breathe and then spend in gratitude, you are lifting your frequency. It's easier for you to adjust to 5G. It's so much easier for you to adjust to these new energetic frequencies that are emerging. So staying in the moment of gratitude, of love, breathing, expansion, overcoming fear, living above fear. I've been teaching living above fear because living above fear, that's the frequency. And if you're staying above fear, all of your emotions, sort of sadness and all the depression and all of the sorrow and then all of the negative vibrations, they disappear because they're no longer in your reality and you're not attracting into your life whatever is matching that reality. So, in conclusion, what do we need to know? We need to stay on high vibrational state. This has to be done with such precision and decision. You have to decide whether you want to move into the future painfully or embracing it. Let me remind you, there is no good without evil. There's no evil without the good. It's what are you harnessing at the moment? Where is your attention? Where do you put your focus on? You will see the evidence of that. You focus on good, you will see good. You will see good in 5G, you will see good in 10G. You will see it because you will be ready. Your body is harmoniously moving in the flow of evolution. Your body is adjusting to these frequencies naturally. If you're resisting, if you're putting yourself in a position of, this is so unfair, and how can this world be this way? So then you're creating another types of vibrations. That prevent you from moving forward. There's two ways you can live your life. You can move towards what you want, and you need to know what you want. What do you want? Just a simple question. What do you want? And once you understand what you want, focus on that only. Focus on what you want. There's also another opportunity for you, is to focus on what you don't want, and that's what we are doing. This is where the world is. This is where this world is stuck. We're seeing the results of everything we don't want. We don't want this to happen. It happens. We don't want to hear this. Boom, it's out there. It's like we manifest so many things we don't want because that's where our focus is. You are God's highest form of creation. You have the power to create your life. You have the power amongst the most chaotic circumstances. You have the opportunity to create most beautiful world. It's where your energy is. Where is your focus? If you're focusing on what you don't want, the new changes they're just gonna suck you in, and you will experience some unpleasant events. So it's about understanding it is what it is. I am just a human being. I am a human being living in a human world for 100 years. That's it. Then you release the need to control the circumstances, especially circumstances you can't control to begin with. So then you begin to move into another future. Then you begin to see clearly the events of your life unfolding. Angels always want to remind you that focusing on yourself, your life is your experience. That's it. Your life. It's only your experience. Now you can see the world through you because you are this operational system. So which means that you have these beautiful gifts of intuition, of perception, of channeling, of receiving information from higher dimension. And a lot of people are stuck because they can't hear angels, they can't hear higher guidance, they can't even hear themselves when their intuition is talking to them. Why? Fear. Fear blocks all of your intuitive abilities right away. And if there's any control happening, the first thing they want is to shut down your intuition. So how do we become more intuitive? We move above fear. We're moving at the frequency. We are much higher than the fear. That's it. And now we are in this very different state. We are in the state of vibration where we are accepting. You are in the place of acceptance. It is what it is. Whatever is unfolding, take it with gratitude. Take it with an opportunity. Take it with the creation. You have the power to create your life in most, as I said, in most chaotic circumstances. Now you see the path clearly and you follow that path because you know what you want. If you don't know what you want and then you're not looking forward to what you want, you're not focusing on what you want, what will happen is that you will focus on what you don't want. And then there will be resistance. And then changes will come and they will be difficult. And your body's immune system is going to become very unstable and not knowing what to do in these circumstances. Develop immunity to poison. This is kind of one of the things that we become superhumans. We have to evolve as human beings. If you look at history, human beings evolved. Not for the last 200 years, but we came from somewhere. We've changed into some form and then we've processed these changes. So how do we do it? Adjusting. Adjusting. You can adjust. You have the opportunity. And then angels are saying 5G, 10G will be no problem. No problem for human beings. But it will be adjusting. And some of these frequencies will be unpleasant. If you are in the lower scale, you will feel the most discomfort as we're transitioning into these new frequencies. So that's what I wanted to tell you. Angels are very calm and they're very encouraging us. They're saying you can't, you are the one who making it difficult. You are the one who resisting the evolution. You can't resist the evolution. That's the nature of life itself. You cannot get stuck at being a child for your entire life. You can't go backwards. You cannot be born an old person and go into reverse and become a baby. Unless you're Benjamin Button, of course, but where are you? We can't stop this, but we release the resistance. And we understand that our immunity, we are developing immunity to these changes. Nothing is going to come at you just like, it's a gradual process. If you are willing to step into the higher frequency, higher vibrational state, I promise you, these changes will be marvelous. And they're going to bring some more harmony and inspiration into your life. There's so much that we still haven't even understood and learned. So, focusing on your intuition, being too smart. Remember what happened to this smart guy in the Princess Bride movie. So, this process will take you. It's automatic. You don't have to do anything. You just have to stay in the right vibration. You will get through it because your immune system will adjust. You have so much power, so much more power than you give yourself credit for. You feel like you're just this fragile being, but you're also your energy field. And energetically, you're not the same person as your grandparents were. You have adjusted. You have changed. So moving on into the future, knowing that changes are coming. Where do you keep your attention? Where do you keep your energy? Focusing on what you want, and then move into this direction. And say, no matter what happens, I choose to stay strong and I choose to move into the direction of my dreams. At the end of the day, I'm just a human being living here on Earth for 100 years. That's it. Earth existed before me, and then Earth is going to exist way after I am gone. So, it's all about me. The life is your experience, and you create your world, the world of beauty or the world of darkness. So my friends, I hope this video was of service to you. I had so much to say. I wrote down so much yesterday as I was talking to angels and I was asking them so many questions. And they were talking to me in a very calm sort of way, trying to explain to me in a very, very basic level, because again, many of these things I still don't understand, and just like you, I'm trying to figure it out. All right, have the most amazing day on our beautiful planet Earth. I love you all. Be well and blessed. I'll chat with you in the next video.